The Buddhist Cosmos, a journey through heaven, hell, and the cycle of Samsara. Welcome to the Mythical Vault. Today, we take you on a fascinating journey through the realms of the Buddhist universe, exploring the intricacies of heaven, hell, and the endless cycle of rebirth known as Samsara. These realms are not just symbolic representations, but deep reflections of karmic law, teaching us about cause and effect, and the ultimate path toward enlightenment. Imagine the universe as a boundless, layered structure, filled with countless realms, each one home to beings of different karmic statuses. In Buddhist cosmology, there are 6 primary realms in which one may be reborn, depending on their actions in past lives. Let's begin with the vast heavens. The heavens of the Buddhist universe. In the Buddhist cosmology, heavens, or deva realms, are the highest planes where beings enjoy immense pleasure and longevity. These realms are governed by virtue, merit, and the results of good karma. The most renowned of these heavens is Tavatimsa, or the heaven of the 33, ruled by Indra, the king of the gods. Picture a celestial realm high atop Mount Meru, a sacred mountain at the center of the universe. Here, Indra, surrounded by radiant deities, enjoys a life of bliss that far surpasses anything known in the human realm. The beings born in these heavens are radiant, immortal for eons, and surrounded by exquisite beauty. However, even life in heaven is not eternal. As the merit that brought them there slowly fades, they descend back into the cycle of samsara, bound once again by the law of karma. Above Tavatimsa, there are higher heavens such as Yama, Tusita, and Parinamita Vasavati, each more sublime than the last. Tusita is often revered as the heaven where future Buddhas dwell before they are reborn into the human world to fulfill their mission of enlightenment. But these celestial realms, no matter how pleasurable, are still impermanent. In the end, only Nibbana, the complete cessation of suffering, offers true liberation. The hells of the Buddhist cosmos. At the opposite end of the cosmic spectrum lie the terrifying realms of hell, or Naraka. These realms are places of unimaginable suffering, reserved for those who have accumulated great negative karma through actions of hatred, cruelty, or extreme greed. There are multiple levels of hell, each one darker and more torturous than the last. The Avici Naraka, the lowest and most feared hell, is a place where beings endure endless pain and suffering. Here, individuals are tormented by fire, ice, or relentless punishment, with no reprieve. Time in the Narakas is not eternal, but for the beings who reside there, it feels like an eternity as they experience the fruits of their harmful actions. Buddhist teachings remind us that the suffering in hell is not a punishment imposed by a vengeful deity, but the natural outcome of one's own actions. The only way out of these realms is through the exhaustion of their negative karma, at which point they are reborn in a higher realm. But the scars of their suffering remain. The human realm, the path of liberation. Now, we arrive at the human realm, a middle ground between heaven and hell. Unlike the gods, humans experience both joy and suffering. However, it is said that the human realm is the most precious of all realms because it is only here that beings have the unique opportunity to cultivate wisdom, practice the Dhamma, and escape the cycle of rebirth. In this world, every action has consequences. The laws of karma govern everything. Acts of generosity, compassion, and mindfulness lead to brighter futures, while acts driven by greed, hatred, or delusion sow the seeds of suffering. The human realm is a place of great potential, a place where enlightenment can be attained through practice and understanding. According to Buddhist teachings, it is through the cultivation of mindfulness, ethical living, and wisdom that one can transcend the limitations of worldly existence and attain nibbana, the ultimate release from the cycles of samsara. Chapter 4. The cycle of samsara. All beings, from gods to humans, animals, and even those in the narakas, are bound by the cycle of samsara, an endless loop of birth, death, and rebirth. Picture a vast wheel constantly turning, each spoke representing one of the realms, and the force turning the wheel being karma. The journey through samsara is fraught with suffering, as beings are continually reborn according to their past actions. Yet, within this endless cycle lies the key to liberation. Through the cultivation of good karma, understanding the Four Noble Truths, and practicing the Noble Eightfold Path, one can break free from this cycle and attain nibbana, the ultimate goal of the Buddhist path. Samsara is not a punishment, or rather, it is a reflection of our own actions and mind. By transforming our actions and purifying our minds, we can change the course of our journey and move toward liberation. Chapter 5. Reflections on Karma and Rebirth. As we come to the end of our journey through the Buddhist universe, let us reflect on the central theme that binds all these realms together: karma. Every thought, word, and deed leaves a mark on the cosmic fabric, influencing not only this life, but the countless lives to come. Buddhism teaches that there is no judgment from an external god or deity. Instead, each of us is the architect of our own destiny. The good we do in this life ripples outward, shaping our future existences. Likewise, the harmful actions we take out of ignorance or malice return to us in the form of suffering. In this way, the Buddhist universe is not just a mythological framework, but a moral and ethical system that guides us toward living a life of compassion, wisdom, and mindfulness. In the end, the Buddhist cosmology offers us both a warning and a promise. The warning is that suffering is inevitable in the cycle of samsara, but the promise is that liberation is within reach. By cultivating mindfulness, practicing generosity, and living ethically, we can rise above the constraints of karma and move toward enlightenment. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Buddhist cosmos. May this exploration inspire you to reflect on your own path and the impact of your actions in the great wheel of life. In the upcoming episodes, we will dive deeper into each specific realm, exploring the detailed layers of hell, uncovering the terrifying yet thought-provoking torments in each naraka, and the blissful heights of the various levels of heaven. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories from the realms of myths, legends, and spiritual teachings, only here on the Mythical Vault.